Hi, ComS106 class. Welcome to my desktop. My name is Tran. Today I'm going to show you a little short tutorial on tilt shift photography. I got inspired by one of the classmates to look into it more. Apparently, what it is real pictures that taken by photographers with high definition cameras that cost thousands of dollars. And of course, some of us can't afford it. So what I'm going to show you today is that we're going to try to make it look like a tilt shift photography with just Photoshop. And what we're going to do is that we're going to go to look for some of the pictures. And some of the pictures we can find for free is on Flickr. So we're going to go to flickr.com and then we're going to go to Explore. And then we're going to go into Creative Commons. And a lot of times we're going to use the attribution license, which doesn't require too much restriction on it. So for me, I already found a couple of the pictures, so I'm going to fast forward real quick. And what I came upon was this image, which is pretty cool. What we're going to do is now, since we found that, we're going to look for the author, of course, the image, and then the license right here. All rights reserved. We already know that it's attributed 2.0. So we're going to click on this image, click on view all sizes, and then we're going to download that image to make a little notepad. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to attribute or try to keep track of all of the pictures that we did. As you can see here, the Magic Kingdom, author is Sam Howitz, the source, and the CC license attribute 2.0. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to load Photoshop, and this is what you see when you load the pictures. So what we're going to do is then take this background, and then we are going to make a duplicate layer from it. So you can make a duplicate layer from it, and then you're going to make a mask. So you can take that mask, and what you need to do is you're going to go into this reflective thing. So normally we don't use this kind of reflective thing. You got to go into gradient, reflective, and then change this into halftone, and you have to have the foreground black. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this, and this is really important. We have to click on that, and then we are going to go and try to make this. You can see here the black line. You can't see it really in the images, which is a good thing because we'll see it later on what happened. So now we're going to click on this, and then we're going to go into filter. Once we go into filter, we're going to go into blur, and we're going to use lens blur for start. So you can see, you can kind of see the blurriness already. So what we're going to do is that you can see this line, the fair thin line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the blurriness and the radius of it. So the more I increase the radius, the more it gets blurred. So I don't want to increase it too much, so I'm going to decrease it a little bit. And the focal point is that if you go lower, then it's going to go more towards the center, and we got a pretty good figure right here right now, so I'm going to press OK. Now you can see that there's some of them that you don't really see, that's kind of off of that. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go here back into the masking, and then we're going to go into get our little brush. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase the size a little bit, and we're going to have to do this for the black so that we can paint in. So we're going to zoom in real quick, and whatever we want to have it sharpen, we're going to try to just click on it a little bit more, make it more sharpened, like that, so on. So you can see that it's pretty cool that you can actually sharpen what you want to sharpen, so you make it more realistic. I'm going to zoom out real quick. And again, if you can make it sharpen, you can also make it blur, so you can switch that and make a lot of these things blur if I wanted to. Let's see. And the more you make it blur towards the top and the bottom, the more likely the center will be more focused on, so that it won't it'll make it look like more realistic, that it's a model like. So right now it looks pretty cool that it's already kind of like model shape like, but you want to go a little further in that. So you want to go into this background again, and then you want to go to image, and you're going to go to adjustments. And what we learned from class is that red, green, blue Of course, there's 3 different layers from that picture, so we're going to go to the hue and saturation. And just to increase and make it look more realistic, make it look more alive, we're going to go to, as you can see that there's blue tone in that castle. So we're going to go blue, and we're going to increase the saturation to blue, increase the blueness. And then we're going to also go into reds, because we see some reds, and we're going to increase that saturation too. We don't want to increase it too much though. Maybe a little bit darker, a little bit more increased saturation. And there you have it.